Hello, I'm Ruth and I'm the Arts Business. Last week we caught up with Thom Tuck to talk about all of the shows that he has going on at this Fringe, including Scaramouche, Jenny Ryan's, Bjorn Yesterday and of course ACMS. Join me with him now as we chat a little bit further about all of those shows and how he juggles such a hectic schedule. So carry on from where you were just saying. The cost of this show.
Yeah, so this show I did 10 years ago and 20 years ago.
Well, you don't look it.
Thank you. It's all the moisturising I have to do while I was taking the clown makeup off. That wasn't even my first Fringe. 1999 was my first
Blimey.
Fringe. I have no idea how much anything cost then, but then...
By comparison, a hell of a lot cheaper, I think.
You'd imagine. Then this year with Hoots and Annies, who are, a going concern throughout the year, but they put this up just for Fringe, and everyone pays about 500 quid
That's amazing.
for their slot. Then they'll take a certain percentage of some of the ticket sales as well, but
Yeah,
the vast majority goes to you.
that's absolutely brilliant. Have they just started this year?
No, they certainly was here last year, but
Yeah.
they had two interlocking yurts last year,
Nice.
which turned out was a bad idea.
Yeah, when you're doing art, so I imagine there's a lot of bleed.
Not just bleed, but if something's gone wrong slightly with the tent itself.
Oh no!
They couldn't fix anything because there was staggering show. There was always a show in at least one of the tents, so they had to wait till the end of the day. So they've got a shipping container
Nice,
as the
lovely.
second venue this year.
Right, so start off by telling us about your shows.
Yeah, so Scaramouche Jones is the play I'm doing.
Which was lovely.
Thank you very much.
Very good.
I almost said all of the words today.
Hey!
There's a lot of them.
You're only on day 3.
Yes,
You'll get them out by the end.
Yeah, I mean, it only ran an hour on day one, which, considering it was a 75-minute long slot, that's a lot of stuff I forgot. And then I forgot different sets of stuff yesterday, and I can only think of one section I completely missed today, but getting there.
Yeah,
getting
nice.
there. And then I'm directing Jenny Ryan's mad conspiracy theory show about ABBA.
Amazing.
Yeah, and
Where's that?
That's at the President's Courtyard in the Cabaret Bar.
Lovely.
And then ACMS is back at Monkey Barrel 1, where we've been for a number of years, I think.
A number of years.
I think it might be our 5th or 6th time in the same room.
Yeah.
So we love it in there.
It's so much better being in there. I've followed ACMS for about 20 years, I think. So,
Well, 7 years before it started.
7 years before its time. 15.
It was
However long it is.
2011. It was,
2011.
It was the first one in London.
Nice.
We might have done two.
You did Edinburgh 2012 because
Yeah.
I was over at Summer Hall for sure. So since you were here,
Yeah, we definitely did Edinburgh in 2012. Might have even let us have stand 1 that year.
were you over in one year? You were over in St Andrew Square in the Spiegel tent.
Yeah, that was the year after we were
Yeah.
in stand 1 because they were like, "Can we have the same slot?" And they were like, "Oh, maybe." Like, what is it? Kits, and he just hasn't replied to the email yet. But if he says yes, we're going to give him this one.
Brilliant.
Like, okay, fair enough.
You must be pretty well connected with a lot of the venues here then.
Yeah, I know at least someone to speak to in most of them.
Nice.
This being my 23rd Fringe.
Nice. Since 99.
Yep, 99,
Blimey.
and then 2002 till COVID, and then since 2022.
Nice. How's the response been to Scaramouche so far?
Lovely. Not huge crowds, but I think the crowds that were in have been hugely appreciative.
Good.
Just there's nothing works like word of mouth.
Absolutely.
I just hope everyone who's seen it will tell a couple of people, and then we can get rolling.
Yeah, perfect. Where have you come from? London, are you based?
Yes, yeah, we just moved to Kilburn, which is
Nice.
absolutely fabulous. Great place. It's still real, like,
Yeah.
It hasn't been hollowed out by
Nice.
corporations yet, and still proper free-range mad people are there. It's great.
What keeps bringing you back to the Fringe every year?
When I first came, I was 17 years old, and it just blew my mind that this existed. And I knew of the Fringe because of, like Beyond the Fringe, I didn't comprehend it.
I know
Reading
exactly
it in a
what
book
you mean.
and coming. I was in a production of West Side Story,
Nice.
and so we were done by 8 p.m. and we just got to go out. And 1999, it was pretty damn cheap to buy tickets.
Well, absolutely.
So we would go see two or three things a night, and just And I thought, well, I think I'll try to come to university here. So I did.
Nice. What did you do at uni?
Technically, I have an MA in mental philosophy.
Wow.
They changed the name of it shortly after I did it. But Edinburgh University still had the distinction between physical philosophy and mental philosophy.
Nice.
Philosophy being science.
Brilliant, absolutely
But
brilliant.
they didn't change the name of the philosophy degree.
That is incredible. I assume you do this for a living.
Pretty much.
Yep.
I mean, adverts have paid the bills in the last couple of years.
Yep, very nice.
And doing panto again this year. You know, so it's
Where do you do
all of a
panto?
spectrum. Well, never the same place twice. I've done. But Jenny and I are both doing the same panto this year.
That's really nice.
We got to see each other over the Christmas period, which wasn't really the
What
case.
a novelty.
I think we're in Swindon.
Nice. I was born in Swindon.
Yeah. Is the panto good there?
Oh, fuck knows. I've done. I used to be a stage manager. Used to do Carlisle because we used to get free meals, free accommodation, and I used to get a company car. It was incredibly cushy.
Nice.
Terrible place to be, but other than that,
I've never been to Carlisle.
I can't say I recommend it. What is the sort of budgets you're looking at for your show, and how do you fund it?
Well,
500 for here, of course.
500 for this. I spent some money on we've got one big poster, which is right there, which is an absolute. You can see it from here,
Oh, okay, film it
which is
after.
absolutely perfect location. Sorry, darling. Then flyers and posters, a couple £100.
Yeah.
And I've printed some business cards because I'm before the show. Actually, so I'm clowning for 45 minutes before the show because I'm an idiot. But Scaramouche can't hand out his own flyer.
No, exactly.
So
You
Scaramouche has got business cards which just say Esquire, Scaramouche Jones, Esquire, clown, Englishman.
Absolutely brilliant.
There's no information about the show whatsoever. But I'll commit to the bit.
How does ACMS work in terms of budget and funding?
We make a bit of money during the year, and then we put that towards flyers and etc. etc. Monkey Barrel are quite happy. I don't think we even pay a deposit with
that's amazing.
Monkey Barrel because they know 4 nights a week we're getting 2.5 hours worth of people buying drinks
at the bar,
and then it's a split on the advance ticket sales.
Nice.
I think 70-30 to us.
Yeah.
Um,
They're so good, Monkey Barrel. It's what the Fringe has needed for a
well,
long time.
the stand are very good as well. You know, like if you're like in financial
They're just not
hardship.
in a great location, are they?
No, not
But yes.
ideal. But it used to be like the assembly rooms up there. There was more. You'd go, oh, I'm going to have a day in the Newtown, which it doesn't feel like people do that much anymore. But the stand, if you're having a hard financial time, will give you cash weekly against your ticket sales.
Amazing.
So you can eat, because they would rather have comedians who are able to perform their show coherently.
That is amazing.
With a full belly.
How was your partner getting on with the Pleasance?
Okay. Yeah. I mean, the Pleasance can be flexible with certain things, but then
Absolutely not with others.
Yeah, it's very, very odd. You're like, no, you can't store flyers here. Could you have told her before we ordered them to here? So now we have to carry them away. We could have ordered them to the flat. It just seemed like sensible to.
That is insane.
It's ludicrous. It's ludicrus. Completely ludicrous, and the reason's total bullshit.
But they've only got a really small building. Where on earth are they going to put them?
And last time she was at the Fringe, she was with Gilded Balloon, and they were like, "Well, here's the specific flyer room for everybody, and here's it organised into like."
Yeah, lovely, delightful. I did a show a few years ago. That's exactly what they had at PQA venues. That's gone now. In terms of flyering, marketing, social media, PR, who does that for you? How much do you do? What's the balance like?
I try and remember to post on Instagram. Very bad at it. That then it automatically posts to my Facebook, but that's only friends.
Yeah. Facebook you can't grow on anymore anyway. It's basically pointless.
Oh, they're
unless you're going to plummet a lot of money into
They
it.
buggered it years ago. We started with my sketch group. We started a group, and people would join the group.
Nice.
And then they were like, this must be like 17 years ago now. They went, oh no, you can't message all the members of the group at the same time. Like, what's the damn point of us having curated this over the past couple of years? We should have started a mailing list where that can't break or be torn apart by Zuckerberg. It's so annoying.
It is. Facebook is ridiculous now because you can't grow on it organically at all.
Yeah.
So there's no point in utilising it.
And half of the stuff is AI generated slop.
Yeah. So who does your PR and marketing and things like that?
Madeline, Gingerbread is doing PR. She did it last time.
Nice.
And I said, you are going to let me do it again this time? Demanded. Yes.
That's what you need, though,
I very rarely have PR. But it seemed like there was a story worth telling with this show.
Yeah.
The fact that I did it 20 years ago.
You're doing
A
it again.
100-year-old character. I'm 10 years closer to the age of the character, and hopefully 10 years more experience and more skilled as a performer.
Nice.
And I think I've got the one thing I'm pleased about this time is a little control over tone. But I think I was not like it was a runaway train last time, but I just feel more in control of it and able to. Flip on a dime,
Yeah. And the plan is to bring it back in another 10 years.
Every decade till I'm dead.
Excellent. Look forward to it.
I said that to someone, they went like, so this is the last time, yeah?
And on that note, what are your tips for managing burnout and exhaustion?
Mentally, try and have more than one thing going on. Because if you've only got one show, the tendency is to get absolutely in your head about it for the next 23 hours until you have to do it again. Whereas if you've got to go, well, I've got to go do this thing well now, then you compartmentalise and you will have enough time to worry about the show, but you go and do that now.
Worrying about it isn't going to make it any better or worse.
Well, it can heighten. It depends the kind of performer you are, but it can heighten the antennae somewhat, like be more tuned in. I argue myself out of nerves long ago. They're not helpful for me, so don't have them.
So back in 1999, what encouraged you to come to the Fringe? Why did you first come?
Well, it was a Leeds University production of West Side Story, and they didn't have enough men audition from the university, so we were the sixth form college over the road, and 6 of us got in.
Is that Breton or Leeds?
No. Although 2 of them who were in it, but went on to Breton.
Nice.
R.I.P.
Yeah, R.I.P. It's a hotel now.
Yeah.
And a golfing range, I think.
Horrible. League of Gentlemen formed there.
Absolutely. My sister went there, so I went quite a bit.
And I saw a lot of shows that came up to here from Breton.
Yeah.
And Dartmouth as well. The two
that's another...
the 2 weirdo schools that produce real interesting stuff.
I'm from Queen Margaret University, and that is arguably no more now either. Got rid of all of their arts courses.
But the six of us got into the show, and it was at
How much for cast would it have been? Would it full cast?
17.
Bloody hell!
And a 16-piece orchestra.
Yeah, that is incredible.
Just a full 2-hour show with an interval.
Christ, that is amazing.
And it was none of us knew anything about the Fringe. We were so dumb. The venue was the Bonington Resource Centre, a now defunct daycare centre for the mentally ill on Bonington Road. Do you know where that is?
No idea.
Do you know where East Claremont Street is?
I used to live on East Claremont Street.
Okay, yes. So if you carry on down East Claremont Street away from Broughton Street, you get to Bonington Road. Keep going down past the Sci-Fi Pub. Don't know if that's still there. And you get to a daycare centre. Not quite as far as Leith. You get to the daycare centre, and we shared the venue with a production of Godspell, which had a Lego robot in it.
Absolutely incredible.
And it was selling okay. Was there a twist? Yeah, capoeira. And selling okay. And then we got 4 stars in the Scotsman.
Amazing.
And in 1999, that meant you sold out the rest of your run.
Yeah.
And we did sell the rest of them. We only had 2 weeks.
And you got people all the way down there.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah, it was good. And then we won a Herald Angel.
That's amazing.
Yeah, so my first Fringe, I won an award. And my last Fringe, I won an award. Nothing in between.
What advice would you give to people thinking about coming and doing their shows at the Fringe?
if it's a stand-up show, don't be precious about doing an hour. Just do it. Just do it. Find a free fringe venue.
All the services.
I mean, split an hour if you want, but there's nothing wrong with getting the number of gigs under your belt. You know, the Malcolm Gladwell's 10,000 hours to become an expert in something. You only can only learn how to stand on stage and make people laugh if you stand on stage and make people laugh. And do that as much as you can, any way you can, whether it's improv, whether it's stand-up, whether it's sketch, whether it's just doing funny plays, or get as much out as you can, and then come up here and realise that the purpose of the fringe is to get the work good. It isn't to make money. Lots of people who do the fringe successfully.
No, there's no chance if you come up and want to make money, you're not going to do it.
Well, I mean, I've often made money.
I mean, you're very popular, and
but I've often made money. And I've often lost money. I've done 22 fringes, and the goal is to break even. So it's a cash neutral month, and you are 3.5 weeks better. Like real battle hardened better.
Sum up your fringe experiences in one sentence.
Oh.
Yeah, take a sip of your wine before you do it.
It's usually better when you're living closer.
Yes, that is so true. I used to production manage Summer Hall, and I had a flat literally round the corner. Was late fairly consistently every day because it was just round the corner. And then the next year I did it, I was fucking miles away over in in a really creepy place above the Odeon on Lothian Road that looked like the hotel out of The Shining. And got there fairly relatively on time every time because I was further away and had to think about it. But yeah, that's such good advice. Roll out of bed.
One year I stayed on the Mile. Quite noisy, but it's lovely flat. And 4 nights a week ACMS finishes at 2:30 if we're lucky. How many days last year do you think we finished at 2:30?
Absolutely none. I mean,
two.
Twice.
We finished
we've
twice
made it until 2 o'clock the last few years, and life gets in the way of making it any later.
Yeah, but it was up Nittany Street and then just down the Mile. I'm like, I'm in bed already. This is brilliant. And if my girlfriend had come to bed already, I would just, it was sofa bed. I would just like, no, I'm not going to disturb her. I'm just going to get into the sofa bed.
Amazing. And finally, where can people find you, keep in touch with your, obviously...
I'm at Turlygod across the internet. It's TURLYGOD, which is a quote from which Shakespeare play?
Turlygod is... I'm going to say The Tempest, something like that.
No, it's Lear. You know where? Do you know Lear?
We saw King. It was the first show I took you to see. Was it Lear? Was it Edward?
Edward.
Yeah, which is me from Shakespeare at Marlow. There's a bleak season at the RSC this year, basically.
So do you know when Edgar is accused of the murder he didn't commit and runs off and pretends to be the mad beggar?
Yep.
In one of his nonsense mad things, he goes, "Oh, poor Tom. Poor Turlygod. Poor Tom." And in my annotated edition at A-level, it said, "There is no satisfactory explanation for this." So I thought, that will be my name on the internet. Turlygod on Instagram, Twitter, if that's still there. Magic the Gathering online.
Excellent. On your Facebook group, is that what it is? And then where are your shows?
Shows, The Yurt, Hoots, Monkey Barrel 1, Jenny's show is Pleasance Courtyard, and I'm helping out with Leslie Ewing Burgess' show, which is in the Container.
Amazing. Great. Thank you.
And that's a nerd Magic the Gathering thing that I made myself.